Good morning. So today I'm vlogging for the first time ever, although I have done it once before, but sort of the first time on this channel. Just found something in my pocket. So I thought I would vlog today a sort of day in the life of a fashion marketing student type video, because I've got a really cool varied day at uni and I thought that it would be quite a good sort of one to show. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that today and hopefully it won't be too awkward, and hopefully I'll actually pluck up the courage to vlog in front of people at uni, because that's going to be super awkward and you're going to have to ignore my really messy bedroom because I have had such a busy week this week that that's just not happening. So I've literally just gotten ready. I've got to leave in like 5 minutes, so I just need to sort of like get my bag together and stuff. And as you can see, hopefully, I'm going to be taking my SLR with me today, and that's because one of the things that I'm going to be doing today is a video shoot. Sort of part 2 of the video shoot. We did a lot of it on Tuesday, so we could be hopefully finishing it off today. So I will explain more about that later. But before I do that, I've got to go to contextual studies, which is part of my degree. I do fashion management marketing. And basically contextual studies is sort of the wordy part of our degree that we have to do. It's a really small percentage. Everyone hates it. I find it quite interesting. In the first year you do about like the history of fashion, and you go through each decade, and then you have to write like an essay for each unit. And then in the second year you get to pick sort of what you do, and there's loads of different ones. The one that I'm doing right now is actually music and culture, because I thought it sounds quite interesting. Probably not the most relevant for my degree, but I thought it sounded really interesting. It's yet to be really interesting, but hopefully it'll get better, because again it's sort of moving through the decades. So once it gets from like probably about the 50s, I imagine it will get a little bit more interesting. So that's what I'm going to be doing this morning. And then we do have a studio booked for this afternoon, but it's the wrong kind of studio. So we're going to try and get the walk-in studio. And if we don't manage to get that after CS, then I don't know what we're going to end up doing. We might have to continue it on another day. So yeah, I will see you a little bit later. So this just happened. That is really not what I needed to start off the morning. And I really don't have time to deal with it right now, so I'm going to have to just stand on it all until I can get back later and tidy this up. Oh my god. They're everywhere. They're the tiny little beads that I had. Oh my god. In my like makeup brush holder thing, and my entire like makeup thing just completely overweighed and just chucked them everywhere. Oh god, that really wasn't what I needed. So I'm walking to uni now, and I'm almost definitely going to be late because of that sort of makeup explosion thing, which is really annoying. And I'm not even in town yet, and I'm already getting weird looks for doing this. God knows what people at uni are going to think of me. I'm going to have to man up, I guess. So yeah, I look really weird. So I'm going to go, and I'll see you in a bit. So I'm done with my CS lecture now, and it was alright. We were doing like a lot about learning different like music videos and album covers, and basically how like music is represented visually, and it was quite cool. And now it's done, and I actually spent a lot of the lecture, ooh, bad lighting, updating my laptop to Yosemite, so that's really cool and shiny. And now I'm sat in the studio, and we're just waiting for sort of our team to get together and get completely ready, because one of us has popped home to get some stuff, and I need to get some lunch, and we need to get all set up, and then we're going to be doing some filming. So I'm going to show you a little bit around the studio. We're sort of in 2 of the studios right now. We're going to be filming in one of them, and there's actually like, I think there's about 4 others, so it's like really cool. So I'll show you. So there's my laptop, and they've got an iMac, and then they've got like different lighting filters, another iMac. They've got a changing room behind here, which is really cool. And then they've got, obviously that sort of pulls down into like a background, and they've got different coloured backgrounds. And then these are like the flash lighting. They've got like soft boxes that you can take off and put different things on. So that's one of them. And the one we're using here, because we're filming, we're using continuous lighting, and this isn't the way we've got our lighting set up. We've not done that yet. But as you can see, again, another softbox, a like reflector, a screen, and then like up there you can see like the different coloured backgrounds that you can change around. And those were the ones that we were using the other day, so that's quite cool. And yeah, and then there's like a sort of like another changing room back there, and then different continuous lighting bits, so that's really cool. And here's a couple of members of my group. I would be good if you had some headphones or something. So I am home now. It is almost 3 o'clock, and I'm looking a little bit worse for wear. I just managed to drop this camera into the middle of the road, really summing up what kind of day it is. As you can see, I need to tidy my room. I've now got all that mess, what I spilled this morning, and I've got my washing attempting to dry, and then I've got a massive pile of clothes from the past few days where I have genuinely just been so ridiculously busy that I haven't had time to tidy. This week has really, it's killed me. It absolutely has. I went to Kent and back yesterday. If you don't know, I live in Surrey, so that doesn't sound too bad, but because of the trains it was like a 2.5 hour journey. So that was like 4 or 5 hours worth of travelling yesterday. So you can imagine how exhausted I am. I've really not stopped all week, but I now have a day off tomorrow, so I'm going to tidy and then I'm going to get into bed and probably going to do a little bit of work and catch up on some telly. So see you later. So it's now an hour later and my room's only just tidy. That took a long time because it's not been cleaned all week, and I really hate having a messy room. It does my head in, so sort of it was adding to the stress of this week. But it's all tidy now, so I thought I would give you sort of a really quick room tour. I will do a proper one on my main channel at some point, but I thought I would show you what it looks like now that it's all nice and tidy, and I've got new bedding on as well. Well, not new, but clean bedding on. So yeah, I will show you my room. So that is the door, as you can see. I've got my pyjamas on, and then I've got my sink here. I've got my studio lights there, and then there's my windowsill where I do my makeup. Then I've got big wardrobes either side of my bed, and then this is the bit you see when I film. So yeah, really happy that my room's actually tidy, apart from all these wires down here, which literally they don't tidy, basically. So now that that is actually done, I don't know what to do with myself. I might hoover actually, the floor is disgusting. Yeah, I'm just used to being busy this week, so I don't really know what to do. I just got an email through about some possible work, which is absolutely awesome because I need the money. Yeah, so I might just do some work, catch up on the telly that I've been missing all week. So yeah, I'll check in later. Oh, I'm also thinking I might dye my hair because it's gotten to the point where I've got so much root in my hair that it just makes my hair look greasy all the time. So I might give it a dye if I can be bothered. I probably won't be able to be bothered. Hello again. So as you can see, I am in the process of dyeing my hair, which is why I look a bit like a scarecrow. But yeah, I've just been sitting down, chilling in bed and watching a bit of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which I've just started. It's alright so far, and I thought I would sit down and sort of explain to you my university project right now that I've been working on, and show you some of my work. So basically the unit we're doing is trend forecasting and sustainable futures. So for that we have our individual work, and we have to do a trend pack on 3 different trends, and yeah, and it's got to have like mood boards and everything and details for each trend, a bit of writing about each trend. It's got to have a customer profile and research into the sector. And then we also have our group work, which you saw a little bit of today that I was doing, and that is a presentation and a 1-minute video advertisement. And basically one of the trends from our individual work has to be a sustainable trend, and then we pick one of our group's sustainable trends and we make a video advertisement for it. So that's what we were doing today, and then we have a whole presentation that goes along with that. So we have to completely like brand it and come up with all the details and create all like you know, the point of sale stuff and do all that. So I'm going to show you a little bit of my work right now. I'm just going to show you 2 pages from each trend that I've done. I've got a 3rd page that I need to do, and I need to do the customer profile, and I need to perfect the research page. I have done a fair bit of it, but I'm not 100% happy with it right now. So yeah, I'm just going to show you some of my sort of like trend board bits. Okay, so here's the first one. Right now I'm calling it Nature's Metallics. So this is like the mood board for it. So as you can see, it's very like sort of gemstony and rainbowy and feathers and sort of like sea patterns. And these all like fully researched using like data and websites and street style and stuff like that. And then for the second page of this, I have the Pantone colours, the prints and the materials. So I just have it like this. So yeah, that is that. And then there'll be a 3rd page where I'll do the shapes, where I'll have actually like digital CAD drawings of the shapes, like of the clothes, and I'll fill them in and stuff like that. I'll have a bit of writing about the trend, and I need to do, oh, and actual like physical fabric swatches as well. So here's my next trend, and this is Baroque, as you can see, and I need to come up with a better name for this one, definitely. So yeah, Baroque, pretty self-explanatory. And then here is that page for that. And this is all going to be like professionally printed and bound when it's done. So here's my sustainable trend, and this is zero waste, and it's basically there's a method of patting cutting where you basically cut it so it all tessellates together, so you don't waste any of the material. Like it's all cut from one square of material, so that's why I got like the jigsaw and the Tetris on there. So that's one of my last like sustainable trend concept. And then here's this page for that. So I'm going to be using, well, I'm not actually going to be making this obviously, because I don't do design. But yeah, this would be using like hemp and organic materials as well. And then because it's quite geometric in the way that you cut it, I thought geometric prints. So yeah, that's the kind of work that we do. Our other projects last year were a sort of a 50-50 mix of like words and visual, but this year is all about the visual, and then next year is, I think, quite a lot more about the words again. So yeah, that's why there's not much writing. There will be writing on that, it's just I've not done those pages yet, or I've not perfected them. So yeah, that's the kind of thing that you can see that we do. That was all done on InDesign, and then it's got to be like professionally printed and bound, and it's got to have like fabric swatches in and stuff like that. So that's going to be really cool. I can't wait for it to be done. I'm gonna probably try and get it finished on InDesign by the end of next week, probably. But I also have this video that I'm in charge of editing, so I don't really know. I'm crazy busy. Like, I've got uni every single day. The one day that I'm not at uni, I'm working. Just absolutely hectic. So if you're wondering why you don't see many YouTube videos from me recently, that's why. Okay, so I think pretty much now the rest of the day I'm gonna go shower in a minute, literally like in 4 minutes and 22 seconds. I'm timing it. I'm gonna go shower, and then I pretty much won't be doing anything interesting for the rest of the day. I'll cook myself some dinner, and I'll probably have like an evening sort of in bed catching up on telly and probably doing some work, which would be really boring to vlog. Like, this whole vlog's probably been really boring, but it's my first one. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling now, and I'm just gonna say that this is the end of the vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.